Good morning, VC. This is Bev at Clarko Vision. And this is going to be, it's kind of a response, if you like, to Cloudy Milder. He showed a video recently, 12 Foot of Metal, and it was some of his 12-inch collection. And I thought it was a cool idea to just go through my very small collection of 12-inch singles as well, because kind of like Andy, you don't see them very often. I think singles were a big thing in the UK back in the day. I get the idea that they weren't as big a thing in America maybe as what they were in the UK, but I could be wrong. I don't know for sure, but for us, for me and my brother, when we were getting into music back in the day, it was the singles we were drawn to first. It was what was in the charts, and then you became aware of this band or artist, and then you would look at the album after, kind of thing. So a few 12-inch singles came into our house back in the day. And a few that are in my collection I've picked up in more recent times since I started getting back into collecting records again. So I picked up a few at charity shops, one or two online, because I love a 12-inch single as well, especially if it was a band that I really liked or an artist I really liked, because more often than not the 12-inch, you could get an extended version, a longer version of the actual song that's in the charts or whatever, and you might get a song that's not on an album, or you might get a live version of a track, or you might just get songs from the album. But yeah, it's some of the extended songs that, if it's a song you like, obviously you're going to buy it, and to get an extended version, meaning getting more of that music to go on for a few seconds longer, or a minute or so, even longer. I always thought that was a cool thing. So there was a draw for 12-inch singles for me as well back then. I don't have a lot. I think, the majority of my 12-inch singles all will be Def Leppard. Now, I'm going to put them in a separate video because there's loads. So I've just gone with everything else, and it's not all rock and metal. There's some just general pop stuff in amongst all this as well. So I've just pulled out the first 12. I think I've only got something like 20 odd, if you don't count Def Leppard. So there'll be a 12 here. There might be another 12 of sorts in the Def Leppard or whatever. I'll figure out how I'm going to work it, but so I'll just get started because I really don't want this to be a long video. So out of the first of my 12, this one, Bryan Adams, Run to You, from 1984, A&M Records. This is my favourite Bryan Adams song of all time. So I found this about 2 years ago in a charity shop, and it is the poster bag edition, so which is in really good condition. So you open it out and it's a massive poster Bryan Adams from the album Reckless. Then another, I was hunting this down because I absolutely love this song, Big Country's Chance. My dad had this in his collection on 7-inch single, and it was one of the first songs I regard as important in my musical experience, being introduced to music and guitars and things. So I wanted to have a 12-inch of this, and here it is. So it's backed with, you've got Chance and the Tracks of My Tears on side A, and on side B, The Crossing. So these are off the album The Crossing, 1983. Another Big Country, so this is East of Eden, and it's the extended version, so it'll be slightly longer than the the radio edit, if you like. And this one is backed with, you've got East of Eden and East of Eden, the extended version. Then you've got Prairie Rose as the other song on here. And this would be from their follow-up to The Crossing, Steeltown. And another big country one that I found in a charity shop as well. This is a special collector's edition, it says up here. It is Look Away, which was around 1986, this one. So this would be off of... I don't have the album this one's off of, I don't think. I can't even remember what the album title would be. It doesn't actually say on here. I've had a quick look. But yeah, so you've got Look Away, the Outlaw Mixed, which is obviously another slightly different version to the regular single. So you've got the Outlaw Mix and you've got the 12-inch mix. And then you have Restless Natives. Next, I found a copy of this online going super cheap, so grabbed it. It's Bonfire's Hard on Me. This is from their album. This was coming off of Fireworks, was it? No, this was coming off of, I beg your pardon, Point Blank, which would be 1989, this one. So this came out before the album was released, but it's still 89. So on side A you've got Hard on Me and Freedom Is My Belief. On side B you've got You're Back and they've put Ready for Reaction, which was from the Fireworks album. So you've got 4 songs fitted onto this one. But yeah, this came with a poster, I think, I believe, but originally when it was released, but mine doesn't have the poster. Next up, grabbed this not too long ago from a charity shop, and this is The Christians and Hooverville. This is a pop song from about 87, which I just liked the song really much, and they promised us the world. So yeah, you have Hooverville on side 1, and on side 2 you have the tracks No Reason and The Losing Game. But yeah, I just recall liking this song a lot, so I saw the thing, it was about 99 pence, I just grabbed it, so it's in really nice condition. Next one, I found this, I think at the same time as I found that Bryan Adams run to you a couple of years back, Great White, Rock Me. This is my favourite Great White song. Yeah, from 1987. This was off the album One Spittin', which I do have. So you've got Rock Me and Fast Road on side 1, and on side 2 you've got covers of Immigrant Song and Rock and Roll. I'm sure you'll know who wrote and recorded those songs originally, but yeah, this is in lovely condition as well, so really chuffed to find that. Next up is Edelweiss and Bring Me Edelweiss. Now this is a kind of a electronic dance kind of song that was in the charts here in the UK, and this was about 1989, I think. 1988, this one. On Gig Records, GIG, Wea. And this is kind of like a dance version, you know the song Edelweiss, the Austrian kind of folk song. Well, it's based on that song, but they've made it into an electronic dance version, and it was charted really well, I think, and it was quite a catchy tune. And so again, found this line in a charity shop, and I thought, oh, I'll just grab that. So again, it is the extended version, so you're getting a little bit more in it than what you would on the standard radio 7-inch, and it's backed with, so you've got Bring Me Edelweiss, the tourist version on side A, followed by Bring Me Edelweiss, the 7-inch single version. I mean, the difference there is the extended version is 7 minutes 43 seconds, whereas the standard 7-inch was only 3 minutes 42, so you're getting a lot of extra. One of the good things about 12-inch records. And on side B you had Yodel, which is, you know, yodeling, and the second one is Schnapps bonus, which I can't really remember what that's about, to be honest. But yeah, a good one from back in the late 80s as well. And this one I've had since the 80s. This is Europe's The Final Countdown, which is backed with Unbroken Wings and Heart of Stone, from the album The Final Countdown. This actually wasn't mine. I borrowed it from a friend at school. They lent it to me, and unfortunately the friend never got it back. I think we just all left school, and it was one of these people I've never seen again, to be honest with you. So here it is being looked after with me. Final Countdown, Unbroken Wings and Heart of Stone, so from the album The Final Countdown. It's a little bit worse for wear, this one. It's been well worn. This one I showed fairly recently. I showed it in my vinyl tag, actually. This is Extreme 12-inch single Get the Funk Out. Limited edition picture disc. I won this in a radio competition on my local station in about 1990, I think it would be. Yep, 1990 AM Records. And it includes the previously unreleased track Nice Place to Visit, so that's one of these examples of a non-album track being put on here. Number 11 is Foreigner. I spotted this again. It's a charity shop find, a really nice condition, and it feels like the first time. And on the other side you've got Cold as Ice and Long Long Way from Home. So this was, I think it was basically to bring Foreigner a bit of play. I don't even know, is this a promotional thing? I'm not really sure. There's nothing to actually indicate it's a promo, but I think it was released in the UK and they were just kind of, they were trying to break big over here at this point. I don't know really, to be honest with you. I'm just assuming. So yeah, it was on the Atlantic label, but it doesn't say anything about promo, but what it does say is, it just says, I don't know if you can make that out too well, special limited edition 12-inch, so there we go. And the last one, which has been in the house since 1984, is the Ghostbusters 12-inch single. Absolutely love this. I loved it back in the day, loved the film when it came out. My dad brought this home one day when he came in from work for us, and I was absolutely thrilled. This is the 12-inch mix, which is, again, it's extended. It's longer than the 7-inch single release, and I think it's a better version. I think I've said that before, but I prefer this version. It's a better arrangement. It's almost as if the 7-inch, after listening to this one, you feel like the 7-inch has been edited, cut, This one sounds, just all runs together very nicely. So, yeah, Searching for the Spirits. Which is the extended version. So it's the Searching for the Spirits version, if you like. And then on the B side, you get an instrumental, which is just kind of cool. You hear bits of instruments that you are normally masked by vocals, and there is, again, it's a different mix as well. So there's slight differences between that, and that's not just the vocals aren't on it. There is slight differences. The Ray Parker Jr., so absolutely brilliant. This has been a bit worn, it's a bit split here now, but it was played so many times back in the day. So yes, so I have some more, which will come up in another video, but that's my 12 inches for now, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.